Greetings from the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. My name is Ryan, and in this video I hope to make an easy guide for you to understand how the parking pass works at this national park. My goal in this video is to help you decide if you even need to buy one, where you can buy one, how much they cost, which one you should buy, and much more, as I hope to answer a lot of the frequently asked questions I notice people asking about the parking pass here in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. So without further ado, let today's adventure guide begin. The Great Smoky Mountain National Park was formed by Congress in 1934 and officially dedicated by President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1940. And since then, millions every year have continued to come to the Great Smoky Mountains and have done so without the need to pay any form of entrance fee. While there still is no entrance fee, as of March of 2023, you will now need a parking tag if you're going to be in the Great Smoky Mountains and park for more than 15 minutes. So let's go into a little more detail and answer a number of frequently asked questions that I've noticed people asking online. The first question I've seen a lot is, do you need a parking tag to simply drive through the Great Smoky Mountain National Park? And the answer is no. If you want to drive through Cades Cove, for example, which is a great way to go see bears and deer and lots of wildlife, you can drive through that loop and you don't need a parking tag. Or Roaring Fork Motor Trail would be another one that you can simply go to, drive around, and as long as you don't stop and park for more than 15 minutes, you don't need a parking tag. I wanted to show you this example as one of many different places you can pull off and enjoy the great views of the Smoky Mountains in the National Park. You're welcome to do that. You're welcome to hop out, get a photo, but just keep in mind, if you decided to hang out for longer than 15 minutes and a ranger came by multiple times and noticed you had set up a painting session like these ladies were doing, you just run the risk that you could get a warning or a citation. The next frequently asked question I wanted to clarify is, are vehicles with a disabled placard or license plate exempt from the parking tag requirement? And the answer is yes. Vehicles with a valid state-issued disabled placard or license plates are exempt from the parking tag requirement. And that's from any state, whether from Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, any state at all. As long as you can see it, you're good to go. You don't need a parking tag. The next question is, are America the Beautiful type passes accepted in lieu of the parking tag? Unfortunately, interagency passes such as America the Beautiful passes are not accepted in lieu of the parking tag. So though they are a great way to get into other national parks around the country, unfortunately this is a separate program. So passes like America the Beautiful won't work in place of your parking tag. You're still going to need to get one of those. The next question I want to answer is there any type of discount for active military or veterans? Unfortunately, there is not, but if you do see an active military or a veteran attempting to buy one, perhaps offer to buy it for them as a way to say thank you for your service. Speaking of veterans, Veterans Day is one of the NPS Fee Free Days that visitors do not need to display a valid parking tag on these particular days, which would also include January 16th, April 22nd, August 4th, and September 23rd. So if you are going to be in the Great Smoky Mountains during any of those days, you don't need a parking tag. Before we cover how much they are and which one you should get, let's first talk about where you can get a parking tag. If I were traveling from the Pigeon Forge area on this road we refer to as the Spur, I would take a right here to the Gatlinburg Welcome Center, where you're going to be able to go inside and purchase a parking tag. You can pay with cash if you need to, or credit card, and come in here and pick up your parking tag. If you're in the Townsend area, you can always stop by their visitor center. Both the Gatlinburg and Townsend visitor centers are going to be open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you can do the Gatlinburg or the Townsend visitor centers, those might be ideal to save you some time, as it can get a little congested at the next location, which is the Sugarlands Visitor Center, as it has a popular easy waterfall hike at this location. And you can see there's not many people in the parking lot right now, but especially now that they have automated machines to come get a parking tag, this parking lot is probably going to become a lot more popular. If you have to come get a parking tag, I wouldn't sweat about actually parking without one to go get one, As you can see, this guy running back to his car. In addition to the Sugarlands Visitor Center we are now at, you can also get one at Metcalf Bottoms Picnic Area, Cades Cove Loop entrance, the Cades Cove Visitor Center, Newfound Gap, another visitor center that starts with an O, I'm afraid to even try to pronounce that one correctly, and Deep Creek Picnic Area. Now that we've talked about where you can get a parking tag, let's walk up to this automated machine and see the options that you have. You can see you can get a daily parking tag for $5, or you can get one for the entire week for $15. You just want to make sure you know your license plate before you walk up and get in line. These particular automated machines do not take cash. You can see the types of credit cards they do take here. And it's my understanding the device technology should open up other options, such as Apple Pay in the future. Once you complete your purchase of either your day or week pass, it will print out on a paper and you'll just want to display it in the front lower passenger side windshield of your vehicle. Another option you have is to go inside the Sugarlands Visitor Center, where you can buy either that day, week, or I'm about to purchase an annual pass. So inside the Visitor Center you can get lots of information, but we're going to head over to the gift shop over here to the left and purchase our annual tag. This costs $40 for an entire year and might be a great option for you if you think you'll be coming to the park more than 8 times in a year. Another option to get a parking tag that will save you from needing to go by a visitor center or one of these automated machines would be to go to recreation.gov. I'll put a direct link to where you can purchase online either a weekly or a one-day parking tag, where you'll put in your information and you'll be picking the date or dates that you planned to use it along with your license plate. But just keep in mind, if you decide to go this route, you need to be able to print a physical copy that you can leave displayed in your car, just like the annual tag or one of the printouts from the machine. You have to leave it in the dashboard so the rangers can see that you did indeed purchase it. There's no digital way to just verify at this point in time. Before we get into some more tips and frequently asked questions, if you found this video helpful, if you do us a huge favor, hit that like button down below and consider subscribing. We'd love to have you join us on all our future adventures here in the Great Smoky Mountains and beyond. The next thing I want to clarify is the question, does having a parking tag guarantee a parking spot will be available? And the answer to that is no. Parking tags do not guarantee a specific parking spot in a specific location or for a specific time frame. Parking at some of the busiest areas in the national park here are going to require you to plan ahead, choose off-peak hours, days, and seasons for better chances of parking. So for example, here at Laurel Falls, my suggestion would be, if you really want to do a particular hike like this one, you're going to want to get there as early as you can. As you can see here near Laurel Falls, they're actually taking measures to prevent people from parking in incorrect places alongside the road near the falls. So I can't stress enough, if you want to get a spot, a valid spot, get there as early as you can. And if it says don't park, my suggestion is don't park there, as you can get a warning, a citation, or your vehicle could be towed at your expense. Finally, what will the parking tag fee support? All revenue generated through these parking fees is supposed to stay in the Smokies to directly support operational costs for managing and improving services throughout. So I'm not sure if you caught in the very beginning of the video, there was quite a lot of graffiti on this entrance sign, so hopefully the additional resources they'll be getting from these parking fees can help make things like this better in the future. That's going to wrap up this video guide of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park parking tag program. I know there are probably some other little nuanced questions you might have. If you have any question at all, go down to the comment section, ask your question. We'll do our very best to answer, or maybe someone else has already asked your question. We'll also put a link in the description where you can purchase your parking tag online in advance. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you down in the comment section, and remember, adventure is out there.